Today's dish is not a dessert. I am going to be using my slow cooker to prepare a dish that uses a meat that is often overlooked because people just don't know how to prepare it. So let's just talk about that meat for just a moment. We are going to be using pork neck bones. Yes, that's right, pork neck bones. Now, many of you may already use this meat in your kitchen, or your parents, grandparents, great grandparents taught you how to prepare this, and maybe you just haven't in a very long time. Well, it's time to go find it in your meat department now. Even though it is not as inexpensive as it used to be, it is still a good deal for the money because you can prepare it in so many different ways, whether you are cooking it like I am in a slow cooker, whether you're baking it or roasting it in the oven, whether you're putting it on the grill. There are so many ways to fix pork neck bones. So I have my pot for my slow cooker here in front of me, and to that I am going to add the 2.5 pounds of neck bones. Just kind of arrange those in the bottom there. It's no trick to it, just get them in there. So next I am going to put in, this is about 1.5 onion, and I had white and purple, it doesn't matter, yellow onions, whatever you've got. Just slice those up, about 1.5 medium onions. Or if you like more onions, you put as much onions or as little onions. If you don't like them at all, I guess don't put them in there. And because I had some jalapenos, I'm throwing in a couple of jalapenos in there. And the next thing I have is I have a couple of packages of brown gravy mix, and I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top. See, so simple. It's not like it's anything in depth. Here are 4 more spices. It's 3 teaspoons of seasoning salt, 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper ground, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And I'm just going to do just like I did with the gravy mix. I'm going to sprinkle that right over the top there. That's how simple that is. I'm going to add, I think it was it was 2 pounds of potatoes is what I had. So I have them sliced up, and I have 3 cups of broth. Now this broth that I'm using, I had chicken broth. So that is what I'm using, is chicken broth. If you have pork broth, use pork. If you've only got beef, you use beef. You use what you have, and it's going to turn out wonderfully. I've got that all in the crock pot, and I'm going to put a lid on it, and we are going to get it cooking. We're going to set it on high for 6 hours, or if you're going to put it on before you go to work, you can set it for 8 hours on low. Either way, it's going to be good. So let me get this cooking, and I'll bring you back when it's done. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. It smells so wonderful. And look at that meat just falling off the bone. I have got me some cornbread made up. Now if you want side dishes for this, you can do black-eyed peas, you can do greens, just whatever is your favorite side. Look at that, just falling apart. Whatever is your favorite side dish, I promise you are going to love this. It is so, so good. And my mouth is just watering. I've got to try me some. Here is you a close-up look at that, and just look at this meat. Doesn't that look wonderful? And the potatoes that were cooked in it, They are tender. I've got me a big old piece of cornbread here, and I'm just gonna give it a taste, because I'm telling you, it looks like I am fixing to melt my tongue, but wow, this smells, I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. Mm. If you have not eaten neck bones before, you really don't know what you're missing, because it is so good, so flavorful. Um, they just, I can't find words for it. They are very tender. That crock pot, neck bones really should be cooked low and slow. If you try to rush them, they can be a very tough meat, so don't rush them. Good things are worth waiting for. And I've been smelling this all day, and it is definitely, it was worth the wait. Just such a good supper, and I'm looking forward to finishing mine. Now, if you make this and you leave me a comment down below, thank you so much. But if you make this and once you get through eating all the good stuff out of it, don't throw away that gravy or that juice that's in there, because that juice is good to, if you want to thicken it a little bit, for use over potatoes or rice or any type of breads for gravies. You can use it for that. You can also use that juice to put in beans. Think of it to use as a broth, because that's what it is, and it is so flavorful, and so many ways that you can use that broth. So don't throw away that broth, that juice out of there, because it has so much good flavor in it. Hate to rush y'all off, but either grab you a plate and join me, or I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to have my supper. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.